Dr. Shigeki Hinohara lived to be 105. He was the honorary president of St. Luke's International Hospital, and he lived by a number of basic guidelines that are now considered tips for longevity. Tip number 1. Stay in shape. If you want to live a long and healthy life, exercising and eating a healthy diet is a must. He said, for breakfast, I drink coffee, a glass of milk, and a little orange juice with a teaspoon of olive oil in it. Olive oil is great for the arteries and it keeps my skin healthy. He said that lunch is milk and a few cookies, or nothing at all when I am too busy to eat. I never get hungry because I always focus on my work. My dinner is vegetables, a little fish and a little rice. And twice a week I eat 100 grams of lean meat. Tip number 2. Don't always believe your doctor. Now, he may be a doctor himself, but he says you should never blindly follow your doctor's advice. This won't necessarily make you healthier, and there's nothing wrong with getting a second opinion. As I have said, many doctors are still unaware of the possible benefits of NMN and resveratrol as longevity supplements. Tip number 3. Keep busy and active. A well-planned calendar is synonymous with old age. Always plan ahead. He said my schedule book is always full of lectures as well as my usual hospital appointments. Tip number 4. According to Dr. Hinohara, pain is a very puzzling thing. Yes, it's your body's way of letting you know that there is something wrong. But before you start taking medicine as a cure-all, he says to also think about listening to music or even playing with your pet. He doesn't believe that taking a pill every time you feel pain is the answer. This may seem strange coming from a doctor, but he did live to be 105. Tip number 5. Live your life to the fullest. Dr. Hinohara says that one secret to a long and happy life is to enjoy it. Up to the age of 105, he was still working around 16 hours a day, and even on his days off, he would often volunteer in his community. He stressed that keeping busy and staying happy helps him to live a long and happy life. Tip number 6. Stand up and stay strong. Do not shirk away from everyday physical activity. He would always carry his own bags to keep fit. He ignored both elevators and escalators, opting to take the stairs. He said, I take stairs 2 at a time to get my muscles moving. Having fun is much better than taking Tylenol. Tip number 7. Try not to worry. If you worry about every little thing, it can result in stress, anxiety, and worse still, depression. There are many things that you cannot change. So rather than worrying about those things, you should try to find solutions. This, he said, is much better than worrying yourself sick. And finally, tip number 8. Do not retire. There are many people who think that when they reach retirement age, they've earned the right to stop. He says that it is much more advantageous for you and your mental state and your physical health if you don't retire. It's good to have a reason to get up in the morning. It's vital to have a purpose in life. Keep working until it's physically, not mentally impossible to carry on. As the saying goes, preparing to retire is like preparing to expire.